Hey, everybody, welcome back to another market close. We're back. The holidays are over. Well, at least the big chunk of the holidays are over. We still got New Year's ahead of us. So we still have a lot of fun. And of course, the 12 days of Christmas giveaway channel membership, it continues. In fact, before the stream even started, I dropped a free membership and that went to our good old buddy Mario. So Mario has won. So this is fantastic. We are doing great. Oh my God, look at you guys. There's like a billion people in here right now. Let's get caught up really fast. Vic was here right away, super early and waiting. And then we got Save Our Planet. Cute red and green characters. These guys could be Mr. and Mrs. Math's kids. This is reminding me of the US. I'm just a Bill cartoons from way back. Perhaps a financial version is in your future. Yes, I'm just a Bill sitting on Capitol Hill. Anyway, we'll leave the singing to professionals. Chad says, howdy all. Markets green again. And here's that fun little thing, that one I did just before. We're still going to do one after the bell. So don't worry about that. That was just an extra little bonus because you guys have been, well, you guys deserve it. We've had to go a couple of days here since the Christmas Day live stream. Vic says, I think I got at 10 a.m. Vic, I don't. Well, you could have been sitting here from 10 a.m. I think I did actually create the stream about 10 a.m. So that's a possibility. Mugsy's loving the green for sure. We got Enid in the house with a hello to everyone. Chad is in here. Want to see more red, better buying opportunity. Who doesn't like a good discount? Yeah, absolutely. Prairie's in the house with good afternoon, everyone. And the infamous Skiz has returned from the North Pole. Maybe today is the day that Skiz finally wins a membership. I don't know, but I can cross my fingers for Skiz. Skiz has paid his dues for sure. Jonathan's in the house with a congratulations to Mario. Enid says everything seems to be at all-time highs. Yeah, there's some pretty nice prices out there right now. Pretty nice as in if you want to sell them. Perhaps not so much if you're looking to get in and buy, because we're in that Santa Claus rally. Okay, Jonathan says, Skiz, maybe today is the day. And even Skiz is saying, yeah, maybe it is. Everything, everywhere, all green at once. While we do this, let's bring up the heat map really fast here. Come on, heat map. There you are. Look at this. This is a nice looking heat map. We got a lot of green in here. The banks all seem to be doing pretty good. BMO, look at that, up 1.1%. TD's up 0.5%. Brookfield is up 1 point. So Brookfield Corporation up 1.19%. Although CIBC is down. That's kind of interesting. Shopify is up. Look at this. Routers is up. Constellation Software's up. Both railroads are up. So this is pretty darn good. Let's see who the absolute big winner. Let's get rid of all the red on here. We're just going to start moving up into the, look at this. CNQ is up 1.56%. That's pretty nice. Ooh, Alimentation Couche-Tard up 1.99%. Ooh, wow. Let's take a look here. There we go. Now, these are the really big winners. So GFL, TFII, CIGI, NVEI. Let's take a look on the American market. American market doesn't look as good as us. And that is absolutely true. Because when I look at, I'm just going to pull this up over here. Right now, the S&P 500 is technically in the red by 0.02%. They were in the green. They've been moving back and forth. It's that battle between red and green, like on the thumbnail. That's what's going on in the S&P 500. But the TSX has been firmly in the green. And as I said, for us and our light, we're going by the TSX because we're in Canada. Well, most of us are. There's probably a few of us who are not in Canada. So look at this. Microsoft is down. Google's down. Costco's down. Amazon's down. Tesla's up 1.69%. That's not too shabby. All right. Now, we are going to, a little later today, I got something a little bit different we're going to add to the Wednesday market closes. Because, and here, give me a second. I'm going to remove that one. Because going forward, Wednesday market closes is brand new going. We're going to do it all year long. So we will do a Wednesday market close because most things do happen on a Wednesday. And we're going to be adding, well, just wait. We'll do this after the bell. I'll tell you guys what we're going to add. All right. So Vic's quitting smoking in 5 days. Good luck, Vic. We're all cheering for you. Maggie from Garden Happiness is in the house. Hello, Maggie. Vic says, wow, I got quit smoking ads before the live stream. Maybe the universe is conspiring to help you out this time, Vic. That'd be awesome. Enid's giving a quick congratulations. Prairie is all my holidays are in the green today, but some still below my buy-in cost. Uh-oh. Amanda's in the house. Hi, so happy to make it to the live. It's always good to see you, Amanda. And oh, here we got Paul in the house saying hi. Sammer's in here with a quick hello. Vic is saying Daniel Pronk and Sven Carlin video is good to watch. Yeah, absolutely. I do love the Daniel Pronk videos. I don't think I've ever checked out Sven Carlin though. So I probably should do that. Vic said sold CSU short swings to lock in profit. Never anything wrong with locking in some profit. And we got Lisa in the house. Skiz is looking at that GFL. And Candace, say the full name of ATD, Alimentation Couche-Tard. There we go. There we go. I've said it. I'm sure you guys will make me say it more times today. This could be a drinking game. Not that I'm promoting drinking games, but you know, every time I have to say Alimentation Couche-Tard, you have to, you know, do the thing. Vic says the concept of 10% annual CAGR on S&P 500 just doesn't make sense for long term. We have to have big pullbacks. Yeah, there's always going to be pullbacks. Pullbacks are absolutely a healthy part of the market, and those are also my tongue isn't working. Those also mark really good entry points. So you got to look at it that way. We got 8 minutes until the bell. Chad says, good luck, Vic. And we got Alfred in the house with a quick hello. I'm almost caught up. And Jordan's in the house. Hello there, chat family and Candace. Vic says, now say Aritzia. I can say Aritzia now. The first time I did a video on Aritzia, I had never heard the name before. Somebody had actually requested it. So I did it. And I think I was calling it Artesia or something like that. So I was just, you know, I was putting the emphasis on different sections of the word. So yes, but Aritzia, I have that down, Vic. I'm good with that one now. It's actually funny. One of the channel, not the channel, he is a channel member, reached out to me and sent me a voice recording with the word Aritzia on it. And I was just like, oh gosh, what have I done with my pronunciation? But you know what? That is an idiosyncrasy that I have, and I am okay with that. Mary says hello. Mary says hello. Vic says, now say, oh God, yes, I know. Pamina pipeline. How was I to know the B was silent? Why do people even use silent letters? I mean, really, if it's silent, don't even put it in there. But you know, anyway, Chad says, sold all my GSI today. Oh, interesting. And whoops, Amanda says, you and names is like hi Rye on mute on his lives. Oh gosh, yes. If any of you who used to watch the old lives from Hi Rye, there were a couple of times where he would be talking for about 20 minutes and then realize he was on mute the whole time. The amazing thing is, everybody stayed and just watched, and then of course he got roasted big time when he came back. So, you know, that there is fine. All right, so that's the other thing I'm going to add. I'll mention it right now, I guess. We got 6 minutes. You guys have been saying we should have like a community watch list. So I think we're going to do that. Now, how we're going to do this is I'm going to, just give me a second here. I have to get rid of the one thing. For some reason, StreamYard won't let me add 2 different screens all at once. So where is, there's what I'm looking for. All right, let me add this to the screen. Share screen, window, and here we are. This is the one I want. Yeah, okay. All right, now this here is the Weeble app. So we're going to do the thing on the Weeble app. It gave me an ad. So I just added one thing just right off the top. I threw up HMM.A. So what we're going to do with this here, guys, is when you guys want me to add a company to the watch list, we'll do that. We'll miss it. We'll add it to the watch list, and then we can come in and check. And here on Weeble, for example, so right now I just added HMM.A. I can click on it. I can look at it. There's let's look at their 5-year, for example, and you can get all kinds of charts and some relevant information, different news stuff. So all of that is pretty darn good. Now let's see here. All right, let's add one then. I see Paul down there saying to add, I'm going to put this in, TX, what is that, RH. All right, so let's put this in here. Okay, so this, and we're looking right now in the 5-year. Let's take this down to the 1 year. This here is TXRH. So Texas Texas Roadhouse Incorporated on the NASDAQ. So yeah, that's pretty darn cool. So we can do that. We can start adding some of these. And what's nice here is I have to click on that little heart to add it. And there we go. So we can take a look at some of these. And whenever anybody says, let's look at something that's on our watch list, we'll just add it. We'll keep them going. Let's see here. Vic wants to add KXS. Let's do that. KXX. All right. KXS. Here we go. Another equity. Let's put it in here. There we go. KSX. Let's add this. Well, look at this. This one's come down a little bit in the last year, but hey, that's why it's on the watch list, because we're paying attention to what's happening and going forward with it. All right. Now, I will add these as I get to them. I'm really far behind right now. Vic says, whoops, there we go. Let's get to Vic. Vic says, I miss Ryan Scott. So many faded off, but not our Candace. No, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm happy doing this. Chad says, almost sold all my TD today. Want to put it into VDY. All right, VDY. Any of the I love Vanguard. Vanguard has a really good ETF. Now, I have a cat that's bugging me once again, so I have to give some temptations really quickly. Otherwise, she's not going to stop. And there's the danger of her jumping up on top of me. And even though that might be cuteness overload for you guys, I'm just going to keep the cat off to the side. Once again, those of you who used to watch the High Rise show, that's like his dog attacking something. Instead, with me, it's cats. So we'll just keep it at that. All right. And I'm just going to minimize this. We can bring it back and forth, so don't worry. Vic got 30 email notifications about dividends being paid out soon. Nice. That's a lot of dividends, my friend. And we already got this from Paul. Mario's in the house. Good afternoon. We already added this, and Mario won. Yeah, you did win. So that was definitely good. Skiz wants to know, when did the B in Pembina become silent? Everyone pronounce it Pembina. I know everyone does, but I can't remember who it was. When I did my video on Pembina, somebody said they called the company or something, and they got the voicemail, and they pronounced it Pembina. So who knows? I don't know. A lot of times, if somebody mispronounced something on one of the financial channels I watch, I end up picking up that mispronunciation as well. FFH. I will add FFH. Give me a second. FFH. There we go. All right. And that's Fairfax Financial. We got that added. I'll bring the chart up here in a second here to show it again. Let's see. Not really silent, but said softly and quickly. Oh, okay. Chad wants me to add WCN. All right. Let's do this. WCN. And that is Waste Connect. And we'll put that in here. It is now added to our watch list. Skiz needs to win. Yes, Skiz does need to win. And just those of you who want to see the watch list as it is developing. Whoops. Let me pull this over here. There we go. There it is. There it is. There's with the new ones that we added. So we've added more to the watch list. Fantastic. You got to love the watch list. Sammer says, I need a lot of money to dump on the registered account. TFSA X2, RSP X2, FHSA X2, X2, because my wife. That makes sense. Either that or you really like the second X-Men movie. I'm not sure. RESP and RDSP. You got a lot. You got a lot on your plate, Sammer. Uh-oh. Sorry, it is bell time. Bell time. We were 25 seconds late. So the markets have closed. It is now official. Both S&P 500 and the TSX finished in the green. So it was a great day on the market. Gold was up by about 0.5%. Now oil actually slid a little bit today. Oil, so WTI down roughly 2%. Bitcoin starting to look good again, up 2.33%. So not bad. We got it's a fairly good day on the market. I would have liked to have seen a bit more strength in the U.S., but it's not a bad day. All right. Paul wants to add GTR. I'm going to add that really quickly here. GTR. And let's see here. .un. Now, this is the Webull Canada, but sometimes with these American ones. All right. GTR. I'll have to look and figure out how they've got that configured on Webull because it's not coming up, and I know which one you're looking for. Let's see. Paul says HMM.A has a low volume at 900 shares. They do have a fairly low volume. So HMMA, I don't look at it as being one that you really want to play when it comes to short-term movement. I look at them as more being a mid to long-term investment. Ben's in the house with a good afternoon. And BN.TO, only mentioning my gainers from November. So BN, Brookfield. Yeah, we'll put that one in for sure. BN. There we go. Brookfield Corporation. I have them added to that list. And yeah, the bell. The bell. Yeah, I was only 25 seconds. Well, I heard Jill outside yelling something. I'm like, what's she going on about? Then she got closer to the door and was like, the bell. Skiz says a late bell still counts. All right. I guess this is one for the watch list. Let's add. Boop-a-doo-doo. Let's see here. JWEL. Here we go. That's a Jameson Wellness. There we go. They are now on our watch list. Perfect. Vic wants to know how you got the RDSP. He said it is hard to get unless the condition is serious. Maybe so. Bleak says, hey team. And all right, before we go any further, let's do the game. Let's do the thing. Let's do the win thing. Let's see if good old Skiz can finally win. All right, we're coming in. We're gonna hit. Here we go. It's gonna process here in just a moment. All right, let's see what pulls up. And here we come. Come on, show us who won. Is it Skiz? I don't know, but hopefully it is. Freaking wins. It is not Skiz. The streak continues in not the best way. Holy banana bread. That is funny in a way, but poor Skiz. And Prairie's like, go Skiz, go. All right, now Skiz wants granite REIT. Let's take a look, and I'll see if this one comes up. I think I might be having trouble finding REITs. Let's see here. GRT. Oh, there it is. GRT. Okay. GRT is in. Granite REIT is now in the watch list. And Sammer says, I have an autistic daughter. Okay, there we go. That seems to be good enough reason. Vic says, that's serious, so I understand. All the best for her. And thanks. All right. Go Skiz, go. Jameson is a good bet. They got access to the Chinese market now. NDA up 10% today and Hive almost 12%. Yay me. Yes, NDA. Just give me a second here. They started the day around 40 cents, if I remember correctly, and now they're 44 cents. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Congrats to the freaking. And Jill says, if you can get or open an RDSP if you have claimed a disability on your taxes. It has to be a permanent disability. Okay, that makes sense. Now, Jill does have an RDSP because she is legally blind. So that works in her favor, at least for that account. Tim says, DRI Healthcare Trust, DHT, has indeed announced a special dividend for January, a whopping 26 USD in addition to their regular 7.5 cent USD quarterly dividend. Nice. I love special dividends. Anytime somebody wants to give a little bit extra, that is not unwelcome in my books. And Chad saying congratulations to Friggin. I haven't seen Friggin in here yet. He might be working late today. Vic says North America market's too hot. Have to look at Asia, maybe Europe. And Jill says, yes, I have one. And she does. There we go. Indian market's too hot too. Well, India is growing like crazy. So as far as I'm concerned, that's going to be a huge market going forward. Oh, and I have my coffee now. I'm going to try to, this should just be a tradition. I should have the coffee here all the time. Oh, there we go. I slurped that a little bit by mistake. Sorry if anybody who doesn't like slurpy noises. And let's see. Paul says, I guess CRT and VICI for REITs. All right. And don't, that's a double negative, Vic. You shouldn't use double negatives. Don't buy any stocks less than $10 a share. Enid says, oh, reality income. He won without being here. So rigged. I know. It's a funny thing. Actually, Skiz, I want to show you something here. And I'll show this to everybody. Let me get me a second here. I have to pull this out here. I took a screenshot earlier of what I am talking about. Now I'm going to remove, whoops, give me a second here. This takes a little second to just do it. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to screen a brand new one. So let's pull up the screen. This time I'm actually going to do an entire screen. Here we go. This is what I want to do. Oh, I got to look around the camera to see it. All right. If you can see this, I know it's not huge, but wait a minute. I think I can make it bigger. Here we go. Yeah. So if on the chat where I gave a membership, and I'll do it right now. I'm going to give one right now. Just give me a second. Let me go over. Oh, this is going to look really weird, folks, while I do this. I'm just going to give a membership right now. Let's drop one. Boop, ba-doop, boo. Here we go. Here we go. All right. There should be a membership coming here in a second. All right. So when this membership comes up, if it looks like this, I just want to be, this is for anybody who sees this. If you see this with allow gifts underneath it, click on that allow gifts and turn it on, because it means that you can't win if you don't turn that on. So that's what we're playing with, that allow gifts. You want to make sure if it looks like that, you want to make sure that you click on the allow gifts, so that way there you can win. If it says that and you don't do anything, you can't win. So just putting that out there. Who did win, by the way? Ferdinand won. So congratulations, Ferdinand. All right. I'm just going to pull every window back so I can see everything properly again here. When is Jill? Oh, okay. Vic is saying, when is Jill doing another guest video? She's awesome. Jill is totally awesome. She has a hard time seeing this, script. So it's very hard for her to make videos. So we're thinking that we might do a couple of maybe faceless videos for her where she can just sort of narrate. We're not sure yet. We're playing with some stuff. But you'll be the first one to know, Vic. I promise that. Let's see. You can get India with ETF ZID or ZID. Yeah, absolutely. And holy banana bread. It's a ghost from the past, folks. Is it Halloween again? No, it's Scott from Create, Save, and Invest. Where have you been, Scott? I was getting ready to call the CSIS people and see if they could go out and search for you. And Vic says, Scott, you are alive. Vic was really worried. He was very worried, Scott. I'm glad to see that that you popped up. Let's see. Hope the move went okay. When are you back, Scott? So Scott had a live stream, daily live stream, actually in the morning. And hopefully he's coming back to that, but we'll see. I'm sure Scott has his own ideas on what he's going to do on his channel. Skid says, Vic back from Christmas. And let's see here. And why is that, Vic? We'll just leave that alone. I don't know what that's about. Please add to watching list O, which is reality income. All right, I will go over to the watch list and I will add O. Just give me 1 second here. There we go. Reality income added. It is on the watch list. I'll bring the watch list up before the show is done. We have, whoops, there we go. We have that one. Congrats, Ferdinand. All right. Paul is saying CRT.UN is 1464, so above your $10 per share. And Prairies is like still no skiz. Oh, yeah, I know. Chad, you're alive, Scott. Miss the coffee crew. And here, Scott's setting the record straight. He has been busy with work. But all is okay in Scott's world. So, do you think you're going to be coming back with a few videos here in the new year, Scott? Hopefully. I miss your videos for sure. Chad says busy always. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Scott does a lot of, I know he does a lot of photography and things like that. So, Paul, let's see. Cost is did okay today after the $15 drop for special dividends. So close up 7.45 after the dividend drop. So that's good. That's good. Because normally if you drop a lot of dividends and then a special dividend, that can definitely impact the share price. So it is good to see that it is doing well. Holy cow. Enid wants me to add Costco. I can do that, actually. Let me add cost, C-O-S-T. There we go. Costco is now added. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So Costco is in the mix. All right. Vic says followed Munger into Costco and Baba, but only one worked out. I'm thinking it's the Costco one that worked out for you, but we are just going to go with that. So yeah. CNR is a solid one. Oh, absolutely. CNR's been doing really, really well. I was looking at the 0 to 100 today because I've got first video in January is an update to that not contest, that challenge. And CNR's up quite a bit. I was looking at it. I was pretty impressed. I was like, that's good. All right, Harry, could you add LMN? For you, Mary, yes, I can do it. LMN. Here we go. We've already got, I wonder if there's a limit to this. We've added the lupine, lumine group. There we go. They are now added. Now, that thing I'm using, by the way, and here, let me bring up the watch list again. I'm just going to get rid of that. I got to re-bring up the watch list. Share screen, window, Weeble. There we go. So this is the app for the Weeble. Now, it is an app, so you don't really have a desktop version. However, because I have a Mac, because right now this is, I'm doing this on a Mac Studio, for those of you curious, I can pull up apps that are made for like phones and iPads. So I think this is optimized for an iPad, but, oops, let me go back to the actual, there we go. So here is our current watch list. Look at this. But yeah, so this is the Weeble thing. I haven't really played around a little bit with it. That appears to be a blank screen, but you've got like newsletters. What's this? Oh, these are just all of the different settings and stuff. But I'll play around with it and I'll see what's on it to see if there's anything that's kind of really cool that we can certainly use. I'll just move the watch list over here to the side for the moment. And CP. All right. So yeah, I'll add CP. There we go. CP is added. And I will add, if we're adding CP, we have to add CNR. All right, here we go. Now, hopefully there's a way I can sort these as to how they're doing. So I'll have to look at that. All right, there we go. So there we go. We've added a few more to the watch list. Let's see here. What a terrible idea. People charge people a membership to shop at your store. Worked great though. It's it's well, it's kind of one of those things, you go in there and they've got it designed in such a way that just to get to anything, you have to walk by a lot of temptation buys. So I think that's part of their business model. Abalash. So telecom, Bell Tele seems to be lagging with the current market pickup. Yeah, I've noticed that. I noticed that when we were looking at the maps, at the heat maps. So hopefully that changes for them. But I have a feeling that with the telecoms, they're going to struggle for a little bit longer. Let's see. National Bank and Royal Banks are also solid ones. Yeah, I do like both National Bank. I like Royal Bank. Now, in the last quarterly update, BMO was looking really good too. Vic says there was a furniture store that changed direct buy. Didn't know what happened to them. Is your coffee moistly? Yeah, it's moistly. Do you guys remember in the pandemic when Trudeau in one of his speeches came up with that whole moistly thing, and somebody made they made a song from that clip, and it was just hilarious. I was just like, wow. Chad says, Abalash, too much debt. When BOC lowers interest rates, they will recover. Yeah, that's the thing. There is a lot of debt. Like if you look at Rogers, let's just use them as an example. They took on so much debt in that merger, in the purchasing of Shaw. And I think if they had known what was going to happen with the interest rates, I don't think they would have done it. I don't think they would have. Just going to pull off that for a moment. Get back to the big me. All right. CP and CNR both well. Yeah, absolutely. Now, there's always going to be that argument between which is better, CP or CNR. Here's the thing. I think they're both fantastic. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with holding both of them. CP they have some huge advantages right now where they are that first railroad that does connect all three of the countries in North America. So Canada, US, Mexico, that's huge. Especially if you can do some contiguous, meaning that you don't have to switch railroads to transfer something from Canada to Mexico, for example. That's going to be very, very big and very beneficial for a lot of companies that are transporting stuff. CNR is always going to hold their edge because of their access to the Canadian North. So I think both are really, really good. I think CP will probably look like the better short. I was going to say stock. I think CP will look like the better stock in the midterm. But long-term wise, I think CNR will still pull ahead, but it's going to be close. And I think they're both going to be good investments. So instead of arguing which one you should have, go down the middle, split them, have CP and CNR. They're both great. And Chad says, any doing great in my portfolio? Let's see. Vic says 5-year mixed mortgages at 4.89%. I heard. Interesting. That is interesting. It'll be really interesting to see how these mortgages are going to start coming down once we do get some rate cuts, hopefully in the second half of 2024. Now that there's a lot of channel members in here, I will say this. I did put a post out there today because it's first week, I'm learning to talk again. First week of January, I'm doing my 2024 prediction video, and I thought it would be fun to get some predictions from the channel members that I can throw in that video. So throw your predictions up on there. I will add them to the end of the video. And what I'm going to do is it's up to you. If you want your name associated with your prediction, awesome. I'll do it. I'll give you the shout out. Or if you just want to have anonymous prediction, I will put it up anonymously as well. There'll be a limit. If every single person gives me 50 predictions, I'm not going to do 50. I'll probably maybe pick about 10. So, but get them in. Absolutely. I think that would be a lot of fun. Sophie's in the house. Good afternoon, Sophie. And Vic says, if I had the cash, would start an FHSA and escape Ma's basement, but it feels like Alcatraz. Poor Ma. Yeah, absolutely. Mario says they made a beer can sold out with Trudeau's face on it. Wow. I mean, I don't drink beer, but I don't know if I'd want to drink beer with Trudeau's face on it either. For that matter, I mean, I don't think anybody's face should be on a can of beer. Like put a mountain on it or something cold and refreshing just to sort of go with the brand. Let's see. Polyev sure likes Bitcoin. Yeah, he does. Absolutely. And Bitcoin, like I said, is going to do really well in 2024, which if you think about it, the way the liberals like to say, oh, yes, and Polyev said to buy Bitcoin and you'd be okay. They won't be able to use that much longer, especially if Bitcoin does what it potentially could do. Let's see. NASCAR All Out. What is more important, tracking stocks that you have traded or tracking stocks that moved without you? I don't think either one is more important. Obviously, any stocks that you have, you want to be tracking. You want to know what's happening in your portfolio. So, if you have a stock, for example, that is plummeting and there's some big issues with the company, that might be one of those cases where you do want to bail. Most cases, you can usually ride it out, especially if it's blue chip, you can ride it out. Now, tracking stocks that moved without you, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, but stocks that you don't own, those are good to track as well, only because I wouldn't track every stock. I mean, I would look at the ones that you're potentially thinking about, because tracking them, one, it might give you a better entry point, or two, it might help you decide whether or not you do want to invest in that stock. Let's see. Paul says Costco reward this year is $106 and membership is $120. So almost pays for itself. The CIBC Costco MasterCard rewards help too. 2023 is bigger than our 2022 reward by 70%. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think we have a Costco membership, but we definitely are in the losing side of that because we don't order from Costco that much, maybe once a month, if that. Paul says 5-year fixed mortgage, $395. Why do I want to read these backwards? I was going to say 593, but no, 395. That's not bad. Vic says condolences to Chad. Oh, okay, yeah, because I missed this one here. Should feel lucky she is still alive. Vic, is my mom passed and missing her dearly. Yeah, definitely, Chad. My condolences as well. Let's see. Skiz says, what about last year's predictions? Do a year in review and see how your predictions have aged well. Oh, that's actually the New Year's Eve stream. Now, I had it set for 4, but Jill's like, you should do it later. You should do it at 7. So I think I'm going to move the New Year's Eve stream to 7 p.m. So that'll be Sunday, actually, because that's New Year's Eve. And we're going to review last year's predictions on that show and see how many hits I got, how many misses, how many are just too close to call. So we'll have to see. That could be fun. Chad says, thanks, Vix. It was many years ago. But yeah, you know what? A loss like that, it doesn't really matter. It's still, you're still going to feel it years later. Let's see. Paul says Polyev wasn't wrong with Bitcoin. Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin is going, well, according to Scott, it's going to the moon. And Skiz says, Bitcoin gonna do well in 2024. Candace, 2023. Yeah. Oh, did I say Bitcoin would do well in 2024 back at that? I don't know I can't remember what I said. I know somebody, I don't remember who, somebody watched the video a couple of days ago and they were like, I wish I had watched this a year ago because apparently I get a lot of things right. So, I can't wait to actually to make the video. I have to then watch that video first and or hope I have the script still. I think I have the script so I can just read it. But yeah, I can't wait to review that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. Chad says, a Mexico government wants CP to run a passenger train to their. Okay, and that makes sense. And also CP, and I think Chad brought this up. CP is looking at doing a trial project with some electric trains as well. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of positive things in the future for CP. Vic says, why buy a condo when it was a huge monthly fee? Almost insane fees these days. Yeah, absolutely. Uh-oh, and grapes, $12 for some grapes. Holy banana bread. I mean, Jill just bought me some grapes. I hope they weren't $12 because I like grapes, but I don't know if I like them to the amount of $12. Let's see, Bitcoin like a rocket this year. Same with Solana. Well, Solana, yeah, they're up about 400%, so that's not bad. Vic sold out of his, oh gosh, of his MSTR, and that, of course, is our good old unofficial Bitcoin ETF of the States. Ah, dear. That's actually kind of funny. Paul says Bitcoin is doing okay, but these are doing really well. So Solana, Near, ADA, AVAX, and DOT. Yeah, take your profit and run, says Vic. All right. Oh, NASCAR All Out. I'm just a day trader. Tracking the stocks that ran without me can be more useful in analyzing trends, especially in small caps. Okay, yeah, absolutely. When you're doing day trading, you're going to be charting a lot of stocks, looking for that place where you can get in and turn a quick profit, hopefully. So yeah, absolutely. Skiz says, 7 p.m. New York Eve stream, drinks on me. Yeah, so 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll update it over on the Facebook group page. But yeah, it's going to be a good stream. I don't drink, but I'll see if I can get some colored water or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'll drink my water in a fancy glass, maybe. Money be in small caps 2024. Let's see. Scott, you still shake paying? Yeah, how are you doing? Oh, look, there we go. Day 748. Holy banana bread. That's a long shake. A long shake. Okay, Maggie wants to know, Candace, what's your favorite bubbly? Oh my God, it's funny. I find it changes like pretty much weekly. Like I really like the pineapple. I like the raspberry, and I just picked up over Christmas. I picked up some watermelon. I have the watermelon. I picked up some grapefruit, and I was like, that's pretty good. And I also really kind of like the lime too, but I like them all. They're all pretty good. Vic says December 31st, his last smoke, 11:59. Then you're done. Good stuff, Vic. Good stuff. I will be cheering you on. Sammer says, Vic, I'm up almost 200% in MSTR. It will be the BKR in the future. we'll have to see how that is all going to work. Tim says, all crypto is just software. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not currency. It should be treated like gold, collectibles, wine, art, and other alternative investments to be sold in emergencies. Yeah, Bitcoin is not in a position where it's ever going to, I think, completely replace currency. So, the value always comes in anything is that somebody wants to buy it. It's the same thing with gold. Other than gold does have some uses when it comes to, for example, making circuit boards, things like that. There are things that gold is very useful for. Robert says, hi, friends. Are yield max funds just a return of capital, or will their high dividends eventually come down? So with the yield max, so they're doing two things with them. So they're what's called a synthetic covered call. So they're actually writing regular options on them, and they're also sort of basically writing, well, it's kind of like writing longs on them as well. And so they're getting like double the premium, and that's part of where that is coming from. But right now, we don't have a very long history to see how these are going to do. And it'll be really interesting to see how they're going to do in a bull market or when we move into that. So I think the verdict is still out on yield max. But for now, while they have some of them dividends, if you're enjoying them, certainly continue to enjoy them. But pay attention, see what's happening. Look at what your total returns are and make sure that they're within that range that you're happy with. Vic says, Sammer, where you keep your daughter's RDSP. Most big banks have only mutual funds allowed, not many self-directed ones. Now, I can say for a definitive fact, Vic, that a national bank will do an RDSP. I don't know about any other particular banks, but National Bank does. Let's see. Paul says, NASCAR All Out. How do you track all those trades? Assume it is all business income with not capital gains or losses. So yes, any day trading is business income. So that is fun. Now, unless, and here's the thing, you can day trade in your RRSP. That's completely acceptable because in that case there, everything you make day trading is in the RRSP. When you pull it out, it's all income anyway, anytime you pull it out of your RRSP. But for the most part, most day traders are going to be using non-registered accounts to do that. And Sammer says, I got, so Sammer has it on TD. So TD also will do it as well. Chad says, yes, Candace, I did say electric trains. Wow, good memory. I forgot my head if I were not attached. Paul, Vic, every time you have cravings for a smoke, take the cost of that pack of cigarettes and buy stocks. There you go. NASCAR All Out says, Paul, I'm tracking every big mover in the market, have intraday charts of over 500 tickers this year with intraday moves at least 100%. Oh, wow, that's pretty darn intensive. Hopefully, NASCAR, you've got a lot of monitors. Sammer says she has BTCY, XIU, HEQT in that account. It is all a self-directed one. How to politically say this? I get indigenous smokes. Oh, okay. So basically from a reserve, I assume. NASCAR All Out. Nearly 200 of the tickers had 250% plus intraday moves. And Chad says, cheap native smoke. Okay. Well, we'll have to leave that at that. Let's see. Skiz says, day trading in your RRSP, gambling your retirement. Well, it is. Yeah, it depends on. Here's the thing about a lot of the different trading is there's a learning curve to get profitable. But if you have that knack, and not everyone does, if you have that knack and you're really good at it, you can grow it. But yeah, I mean, if that is, if you're planning on that retirement, you may not want to do it. You shouldn't be trading stuff that you can't afford to lose anyway. So that's just a thing. And Maggie says, nice, thanks. I'm not sure what she's thanking us for. Maybe because I'm about to do we'll do one more. I just want to see if Skiz can win, or maybe Maggie is predicting the future and Maggie will win. Let's find out. Let's see here. Got one more. It's coming. I hit the buy. All right. Let's see who wins. Here we go. Here we go. And Robert Raftis. Robert wins. Nice job, Robert. You can frequently trade in the RRSP, but not in the TFSA, right? Correct. So with the TFSA, you can rebalance. That's all perfectly fine. Just keep in mind that if you sell something in your TFSA, you should not buy it back for at least 30 days because you want to make sure that the CRA isn't looking at you like you're day trading because you could get hit with some bills for that. When I say bills, it's just more or less if they look at it and they're saying, okay, well, look at this. This is all day trading. What they're going to do then is they're going to remove the taxes on that, like the tax-free status on those trades, and then you'll have business income that you're you'll have to claim. Simple as that. Paul says, covered call ETFs are a new way to collect more fees by fund managers, just fancy marketing to get people to buy with high dividend yields. Okay, that's fair enough. NASCAR All Out says that was an excellent explanation. And Chad is verifying. Yep. Okay. Poor Skiz. Come on, Papa needs a new pair. I don't know why you can't win, Skiz. I really don't. Abalash says, can you day trade with HNU, HND, HOU, HOD, kind of risky stocks in your RRSP? All right. So let me see here. Also, if you catch the upswing, you can go up by, you can make some big money off of if oil is absolutely plummeting, for example, you could day trade HOD. I've done it. I've made some big moves, but holy banana bread, if oil turns around on you because that one is using leverage on you, you can lose money pretty fast too. So you want to be very careful when you're dealing with an inverse ETF, because you don't know when the market is going to change on you, because there's all kinds of events that influence the direction things move in. And so something that's, plummeting and you're taking advantage of it, it can turn around. It can turn around in a heartbeat. So let's keep that going. Skiz says, congrats, Robert. And Skiz says, Paul, you're looking behind the curtain with that statement. And Paul's put a 50 on red. Holy banana bread. Well, maybe it will be red. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When you're trading, so when you're trading for a living, you know, everything's going to go either up or down. You just don't know. But what you're playing on is you're not playing on a 50-50. What you're playing on is you're playing on the probability of what it's going to do. And the more you're paying attention to the market, you're paying attention to trends, you're doing your technical analysis charting, that will give you a better idea. So, for example, if you could, let's say if 60% of the time you're right, but 40% of the time you're wrong, well, you should technically, you technically should be making money because you're right more than you're wrong. And that's kind of the way day trading works, is you're going to make a lot of trades. Some of them are going to work and some of them are not going to work, but you want to have more that work than that don't work. And there will be days where you'll just get in there and you will have the you'll have the banana bread just kicked right out of you. And it's like everything you pick seems to fall apart. There's days like that. But that's the thing. And sometimes you have to also know when the market is just not good. To some days you just have to sort of step away and say, nope, I'm not doing anything today. The market is just not cooperating. Or you've gotten yourself too emotional. You want to sort of remove those emotions. Chad's putting $200 on black. And let's see, Vic, anyone fancy BOYD auto body stock from Winnipeg? There we go. I've seen, I think we had that as a vote for a deep dive. Skiz says, always bet on black. Yeah, maybe. Paul says, I noticed one of the cover called YouTubers had to take down videos that featured the ETF managers in an interview style video and any sponsored videos. Interesting. Well, it's one of the things I was I was thinking about when it comes to sponsors. So for me, I want to make sure that if I get a sponsor, it's going to be in something that, well, is not going to be taken down, something that I can believe in and support fully. So we'll have to look. Maybe 2024 that sponsor will come along, or I'll find it. Chad's laughing. Okay, know when to hold them, fold them, and walk away. Yeah. Very wise words from Kenny Rogers. Let's see. Oh, I was thanking for the bubbly response. Yeah, absolutely. NASDAQ. Now I was going to call NASCAR all out. The last 2 years, there was big moves in biotech stocks to start the year. Last year, LHDX and JSPR both ran over 600% on the first trading day of 2023. Oh, absolutely. There was a lot of money that could have been made. If people sort of realized what was going to happen on the NASDAQ, and let's get over here. Having two stocks run over 600% on the same day is pretty unprecedented. Healthcare was hot at the start of 2022 as well. We'll have to see what's going to be hot at the start of 2024. So this could be really interesting. Skiz says, no FTX-like sponsorships. Otherwise, I'm suing you, Candace. Fair enough. Fair enough. There will be no, I've had some crypto people reach out to me and I was like, I don't even recognize your coin name. So no, I'm not doing it. And no FTX partnerships. That is definitely off the table. All right, guys, we're getting towards the end. So if you got some last minute questions, throw them in. We'll get to them. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do this as well again tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have the video ready for the channel members, because channel members get to watch the new videos one day early. Now the channel members did get to vote for this video. So they picked basically investing, full-time investing. So investing as a career is what they picked. That's the video. So we're going to sort of just touch on swing trading, day trading options, as well as a few of the professional certifications that you can get as well. So that is what we got coming up this week. So let's see here. Maggie says, if I move my RRSP to Wealthsimple, does that have to go to RRSP or can I put that in a TFSA? You've got to go RRSP to RRSP. The only way you could move it to a TFSA is by withdrawing it, in which case there's tax ramifications for that. So no, you have to go from one to one. So otherwise, you're just simply withdrawing and putting it in the other one. Tim says, have you been successful in convincing friends and family to begin their investing journey, or were they already doing it? I think a few friends I have definitely, set them on the path. And I do every so often get some investing advice questions. Like people will reach out and ask me some different questions. But for the most part, I try to keep my friends separate from my work for the most part. So it's just one of those things. Like I tried to talk my mom. My mom's one of these people. She has a bunch of money just sitting in her TFSA. And I'm like, you can invest that, right? And she's like, what? No, it is invested. It's sitting in my TFSA. So she's somebody I've been working on, but she's at the point too where she's getting, she's in her 70s. So it's one of these things where I don't think she's going to change. But anyway, Chad just says RRSP. So yeah, RRSP to RRSP. CF wants to know, what are some good Canadian stock picks? Well, there's a lot of good Canadian stock picks out there. It really depends, though, on what type of stock you're looking for, right? Are you looking for a passive income stock? Are you looking for a growth stock? Are you looking for a total return stock? So last year, my big picks were the Hammond stocks, so HMMA, so HMM.A and HPS.A, and they both done fantastic. So I have to find some really good ones for 2024. Probably most of January is going to be me debuting stocks for 2024. Let me think here. I think if you're looking for some good blue chip right now, for the rest of probably for most of 2024, I think the banks are still a good option because they're at a nice low price. Also, REITs right now, I think, and this is more of a midterm thing, I think a lot of REITs have hit the bottom, and with the potential for rate cuts later in the year, I think we're going to see some REITs really start to come back up. Now, when I say that they're a midterm, it's only because, if you're looking at it to grow them, once they get back up to where they normally are, they're more of a passive income instrument at that point. So that growth is going to taper off and you'll just have the dividends at that point. So if you're only in it for the growth, then that's a point where you would sell, take your profits, all of that fun stuff. W, one of my favorite letters in the alphabet. Just bugging. NASCAR all out. Have you ever used Power BI? I've heard it's a great data analytics tool. I've not used it, but I will certainly check into it. Sounds like it could be fun. Muggsy says, and what do you suggest for those older folks holding cash in their TFSA? Well, here's the thing. If you're just sitting on a bunch of cash in your TFSA, honestly, why not create some passive income, right? Why not look for some nice stable passive income stocks just to produce a little bit of tax-free income that's not going to affect any of your retirement supports? So that's what I would recommend, because you can, especially if you've got, like, let's say, for example, you've got $70,000 in cash just sitting there. Even if it was a situation where we just want to move it into some of the cash ETFs, you can at least get some money being created and tax-free money. So if they want a little bit extra money each month, they could certainly do that, and they could pull out those dividends if they wanted to. Chad says, think Enbridge a buy, sell, or hold. Bit and red still with that one. It's definitely, at this point, it's a hold. I wouldn't sell it. I would say that, they still have a fair amount of debt. But here's the thing. Enbridge is one of these companies that because they're heavy on the utility side, there's a lot of regulation in that. So I think that acts as a little bit of a safety net for them. So I think Enbridge, I would say, yeah, hold. I would Yeah, I think buying is fine as well. There are other options as well, like Fortis, for example. But right now, I mean, the thing is with Enbridge is you do have a pretty nice looking dividend yield as well. Let's see, NASCAR All Out. My problem is I have a lot of small cap stock data, hard to analyze it sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the reasons why day trading can sometimes be a very encompassing position because you have a lot of data to play with. Chad says, buy cash ETF, 5% monthly return, but buy at the first of the month. Yeah, buy it at the first of the month when it's at the 5. I think cash ETF, is that the one? I believe that one's at $50 a share. So if you buy at the beginning of the month, you'll get it for $50 a share, and it slowly creeps up towards ex-dividend day. So it's a little more expensive if you buy it a little bit later. Let's see. Okay, sounds good. Whoops. best MER fee 2. If you're older and got a lump sum, consider income investing. Enjoy some of that nest egg. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of income coming at you, especially in your older years, especially when it's tax free too. If you got a TFSA to work with. Muggsy says thank you, Candace and Chad, and Chad says you bet, Muggs, and Vic says. Does Santa head back north January 2nd? I think Santa probably sleeps for a bit. Last I heard, up at the North Pole, him and the elves were having a party, or at least that's what Alexa said yesterday. So that's the only answer I have for you, Vic, on that one. All right, everybody. This has been a great close once again. We'll be back here again tomorrow. We're going to do this all over again. It's going to be fun. Let's do another hour, says Vic. No. I'm getting a little hungry, my friend. And Chad says, think some red in 2024. We'll definitely see a little bit of red, especially in the first half of 2024. But I think the second half is probably going to be more green than red. And Friggin pops in, who won a membership today, and says the answer is 23. And Skiz, we'll leave it on Skiz. Tomorrow is my day. I know it. Absolutely. And you know what? I started the stream with one. I'm going to end it with one. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Give me a second here. I'm going to do one more. We'll see if Skiz can win. And then we'll wrap this up. So let's just do this. Bang, boom. Got to hit the good old buy button. All right, let's just take a lot. We'll take a moment here. All right, this is it. This is it. I have my hand on the bell. I will ring this bell. If, no, he didn't win. He didn't win. So enjoy your evening, everyone. By the way, the winner was Sterling Silver. Sterling Silver won. Congratulations. Anyway, guys, we will be back here again tomorrow. We'll do this all over again. We'll have some more fun. Tomorrow will be the day. Congratulations, all the winners today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.